So in the next hour, we're expecting the Basic Education Minister, Newzroom, to update the nation on the department's readiness to conduct this year's Matric exams. The class of 2022 will be the first to sit since the end of national COVID-19 lockdowns. Now, let's tell you more about the exams, which start tomorrow. More than 920,000 pupils are expected to sit for English Paper 1. According to the department, the National Senior Certificate exams will roll out over 6 weeks, I should say. The minister's briefing is also expected to outline measures put in place to ensure that the exams are successful. One of the main concerns cited by people in the sector has to do with load shedding and the current water problems, especially in Gauteng, which many fear could impact the ability of pupils to prepare properly. Well then, talking about the Matric exams on the way, let's talk to the Eastern Cape. Because Matric results there have improved in the last few years. The top performing district in the Eastern Cape is the Nelson Mandela Bay, which had an impressive 75.5% pass rate in the last sitting. Our reporter Siphosethu Booi is live for us there this morning. Siphosethu, 75.5% last year. How well is the province hoping to do this year?
I do believe, Tembekile, that this year we are aiming for a 80% here in the Nelson Mandela Bay district. And of course, I am at Loyiso Secondary High School, where the learners are now preparing for their English Paper 1. And Tembekile, I got the opportunity to be reminisced back to the time when I was also in Matric, as I was sitting inside this classroom and listening to the teacher as well as the pupils prepare their paper for tomorrow. They are writing the grammar paper, which is paper 1, which consists of active and passive voice. And I'm going to ask my colleague just to give you a bit of an overview as far as the learners here in Loyiso High School have been preparing in the early hours of 8 a.m. this morning with their teacher, Mr. Andile, who is also going to be just giving us a bit of a background in terms of what he's expecting as an educator for, of course, the paper of the learners that will be writing tomorrow. And also, Temegile, I think another point of interest as far as concerns are concerned is the issue of load shedding and how this will also impact the learners that will be sitting and writing their paper tomorrow. Hopefully also the Newzroom, of course, the MEC for Education, will also just give a bit of a direction with regards to that issue as well. Good morning, Mr. Qalane. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Please just give a reflection in terms of your expectations as, of course, an English educator for the paper tomorrow.
We, as a Loyiso High School in particular, and these learners, grade 12 of this year, 2022, they are very ready. They are ready. I'm definitely sure they are ready because they have shown me flames during September exam, trial exams. As in particular, paper 1, you know, they did well. Probably is the work that we have given them, because we've got a slogan with them: declare war with your books, you know. So they've declared war with their books so that they can change the situation at home. So they are ready. Believe me, they are, as you can see, we are full because they know the reason why we are here, you know. They want to change their situations, you know. And paper 1 is one of those difficult papers, you know, as compared to paper 2 and paper 3, you know, because we are dealing with language, we are dealing with grammar, as we have seen here, you know. So we have to be here on a Sunday. We had to. In fact, we are used to be here on a Sunday, you know. They always come. We opened schools on the 19th of January. But the next month, which is February, we started our weekend classes. Saturdays and Sundays we are here with these learners. So they are used to it. If they are not in camp, they are here. They know.
And how has been the preparations as far as the classes are concerned and the attendance of the learners as well? Have they been coming to those classes? And also, which key points are you as an educator a bit worried about and a bit skeptical about just before the paper tomorrow?
You know, they've been coming. They are consistently coming to school. You know, they are consistently doing their work. You know, I don't want to lie about them. You know, seriously, they are trying their level best. We know these are kids at the end of the day. They will sleep there and there and there. But overall, they are doing very well. Because even if you give them tasks, they are doing it, you know. Whereas there will be 1 or 2 you know, but generally 99 or 98% of them is doing that work, you know. Hence I've got hope and trust that they will pass. You know, my worry for tomorrow, you know, is load shedding. Load shedding, especially at 9. They will be writing at 9. You know, I'm worried about it, load shedding, because it affects them. Probably even tonight, whatever I'm going to be saying today, they have to prepare it at night. They will be affected by load shedding. So I'm worried, I'm very concerned about load shedding, you know, because it has a direct impact on them, you know, in their studies. Nothing else I'm worried about with them. I know we have talked with them, we have prepared them mentally, psychologically, and otherwise. We even went as far as calling religious people to give it divine intervention up to them, you know. So they are mentally, psychologically, and otherwise ready for exam for tomorrow, as you can see them, and academically too.
I spoke to one of the students earlier on in the morning, and they had let me know that the school passed with a 45% last year. So I think this question, sir, let me just pose it to the class just to check if everybody is ready for the paper tomorrow. Because Temegile, when I spoke to them, when I got inside the classroom and asked if they were nervous about tomorrow, because I'm nervous, like I'm the one they'll be writing, and they said, no, we're not nervous. We are ready for the paper tomorrow. So I'll just ask this one question just to check where we are in terms of that pass rate here in Loyiso High School. Now, the school passed with 45% last year. So what's the expectation like, guys? What number, what percentage are you guys aiming for this year? Class of 2022. 80%. Tembegile, you heard it yourself. One more time, please. 80%. And of course, we are reporting live from Loyiso Secondary High School, Tembegile, here in Zwide in Port Elizabeth, rather.
Siphosethu, Booi, thank you very much for that update from the Eastern Cape. We're going to talk more about Matric exams because the Northern Cape Department